Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the Tech of Tomorrow YouTube channel, where we bring you all the tech all the time. By now you should know me since my name's on the top of the channel up there. And today we've got something that's pretty cool. Now, I know this has been out for a little while, but it's still a very exciting and very relevant product. I'm talking about the AMD FX 8358 core CPU. Now, this thing's under $200, 8 cores, 4.0 gigahertz, 16 megabytes of cache. This thing's highly overclockable, and for people who are looking for a solid gaming CPU, I think this is very, very seriously one to take a look at. So I have the box back here behind me. I'm going to bring it up here and just let the cameraman see it. I know a lot of you folks have already seen it. It comes in the metal tin. Flip it around just real quick, show you guys the back. Here's the actual CPU on the side of the box. And on top, we have a little bit of the nomenclature. So with that said, let's bop over the table and let's take this thing out of the can. So today's actually an uncanning. It's so uncanny here at Tech of Tomorrow. So, like any good uncanning, we'll start to uncan this bad boy. So I'll take it right here in the back, make a little incision. See how I did that? Very surgical-like. Nice, even cut. You know, I'd make $1 million surgeon. That's right, I would. So pop the cap here. And we see that right there. It's like a solid little metal cap. Looks like a coffee tin, actually. Here we go. Advanced Macro Design AMD processor. In the box. Or in the can, man. So pop that out. Toss it off to the side. Nothing too importante there. Let's bring the rest of all the stuff out of the can here. Well, you got the CPU and then obviously the heatsink. So, all right. So let's first off take a look at the CPU. You can see you have the FX thing right here in the CPU. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to gently take this out of here so that the cameraman can get a really nice shot of it. So I'll go ahead and set this down and let him readjust so you guys can see the top of the CPU. So now you guys can see, here's the top of the CPU. You guys can see all the nomenclature. Now, one big difference between this and an Intel CPU is, well, I'll flip it to the bottom in a second here. I'll let you guys see. All AMD CPUs still have pins coming out of them. Now, Intel's reverse that. The pins are on the motherboard and the CPU has no pins. That's something different. So now let's go ahead and let's just flip this over real quick. And you guys can see through the packaging all of the pins. And that is really the big difference as far as the LGA packaging, goes. Go ahead and set that off to the side. Then last but not least, we have the cooling solution that comes inside of it. Now, I most likely will not use this in my build. I'm planning on doing a water cooling system with this one, but at least it does come with a fan and it does work. So here's the AMD Solution Fan by AVC. You guys can see that up there. This uses a locking system, so basically you clip one side on, then the other side on, and then it locks with this clip right here. It's very easy and simple to use. You guys can see you have 2 copper heat pipes coming out, going into the fins, helping dissipate the heat away from the CPU. Now, I know this is just a, inbox included thing, but it actually does work. If you're not doing any overclocking, you're just a standard guy who's going to use your system, you do not you do not need to go out and buy yourself an additional heatsink. This one will work just fine for you. And you can see it's already got all of the goo on there. So all your thermal paste is already on there. So all I got to do is install it and up and away you go. Get that back on there. So in the box, folks, you get this, the CPU, and that's your goodness on the AMD FX 8350. All right, folks, so there you have it. The new AMD FX 8350 processor. This thing is going to go into a build that I'm making. I got Sapphire to kick me down a card, so I have a 6 gigabyte card from them. I'm going to take that thing, tear off the cooling, get a water block. I'm going to water cool it and this, overclock it, and then have a custom AMD system. Now, I used to have one before, but I gave it to my son for his birthday, so I was like, I didn't have an AMD system anymore. And I actually like AMD gaming systems. A lot of you folks out there all the time say, oh, Elric doesn't like AMD. That's just not true. Just traditionally, I've gotten better support from Intel than AMD, so therefore you've seen more of their products. But now, I'm going out of my way, I've been selling some of my stuff off, and I'm buying my own products for reviews. Hence, I bought this. So with that said, you guys will be seeing more AMD stuff. I love AMD for gaming systems. Don't get me wrong. I think there's no reason why you have to buy an Intel processor if you're a gamer. AMD will suit you just fine. And this is going to be a really good gaming build, which I'm going to bring to you folks. So like usual, I hope you guys liked the video. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. If you missed anything or interested in buying this, make sure you check out the link in the description below. And we'll see you back here with more tech tomorrow on Tech of Tomorrow.